Tebas Player for the Mexican Rock Band Botellita de Jerez appeared to have killed himself Monday, just 1 day after he was accused of sexually harassing a young woman when she was 13. The Mexico City Prosecutor's Office said that while it could not confirm musician Armando Vega Gil had taken his life, a man's body was found at a Mexico City home. The body was to be identified by Vega Gil's relatives, who went to prosecutor's offices. The rock band's Twitter account, however, said, "Whitgrie fue announced or college Armando Vega Gil died this morning." It said a wake world the later Monday. On Sunday, an anonymous woman posted a complaint on Twitter under the hashtag #MetoMúsicos Mexicanos, saying Vega Gil had sexually harassed her when she was 13 and Vega Gil was 50. The incident would have taken place 14 years ago, since Vega Gil gave his age as 64 in his farewell letter. The woman said she visited Vega Gil's house with some girlfriends, but felt uncomfortable, and that later sent her disturbing messages. She said things that were more and more disgusting and sexually explicit. He decided to block him and change my cell phone. Vega Gil wrote and performed for children, which said made the accusation all the more serious. Vega Gil denied the accusation around Monday but said that a terrible end is better than an endless terror. He also published a letter saying he would kill himself to leave the way clear for his son. The accusation is anonymous, and the person who published it on social media has very right to do it that way, but this places in doubt my entire career, Vega Gil wrote. Noting that is not an admission of guilt, rather it is a radical declaration of innocence. I just want to leave the way clear so my son can make his own way in the future. The letter immediately unleashed criticism of Mexico as a newly energized metal movement. The group's Twitter account was taken down soon after news of the suicide broke. Let's help us remember that the justifiable complaints about harassment, machismo and violence against women should not become an irresponsible persecution, wrote Mexico as a National Educational Publishing Agency in a statement. While the Meto account was taken down for several hours, it went back up Monday, after what the account's administrator says was a hacking attempt. Regarding Vega Gil's death, the account administrators were defiant, claiming they had contacted Vega Gil Sunday night to make the appropriate inquiries in the case. To any of the accused and unpunished criminals who want to set this painful event to discredit the international metal movement, we want to inform you that, however much you attack us, we will not be silent, they wrote on the Twitter account. Referring to the suicide, they wrote it was done to defame the movement. Egneu was guilty. It was media blackmail. While the country had a tepid response to the original metal movement in 2017, the United Mexican Journalists Group says it has now gathered over 120 allegations of sexual harassment that took place at the country's biggest media outlets. Similar campaigns have sprung up on social media for Mexican writers, academics and activists to share their stories. Some of those responsible for the Meto Twitter feeds in Mexico said they balanced a legitimate need for anonymity to defend victims' privacy and safety with the need for fairness. Some Twitter accounts refused to accept third-party reports of abuse and pledged to remove any accusations proved false, and apologize. The right of response is always available, they say, on social media. Several male musicians accused on Twitter have written public letters of apology or been released by their bands, while others have denied the claims. On Monday, Vega Hill and Meto músicos mexicanos occupied the top 2 trendy spots on Twitter in Mexico City.